The Corona impeachment trial came to a close a long time ago, and former Chief Justice Renato Corona says new doors have been opened and it's time to start a new chapter.
I have to admit that I'm still healing. I'm still going through the process. It was a very grueling, painful 5-6 months for us going through that trial. So much hatred was so evident, and actually I really don't understand why. I really don't understand why those people hate us so much. Throughout the whole trial, that was what he kept telling us, that we just need to keep trusting the Lord. This is all, even as soon as we were born, He had a plan for each of us. So God knew this would happen, and yet He's letting it happen for a reason. What that reason is, we don't know. We can only attribute it to His strong faith in God.
I'm still young, 63. There's still a lot of things that I can do. Ngayon, ang ginagawa ko, I'm starting to write my memoirs. Habang fresh pa sa mind ko, yung mga naalala ko. Tsaka inaayos ko yung mga papeles ko kasi siyempre magagamit ko pa rin yun sa aking memoirs.
Until now, when he goes out, people go to him. They wanna shake his hand. They wanna assure him that they never believed the lies. And these are people we don't know. I mean, strangers just approach him and sometimes even us and tell us that they're praying for us. We've received text messages and letters from people we don't know, and assuring us of their unwavering support. When my dad went back to the Supreme Court to pack up his things after he was discharged from the hospital, for a few weeks he couldn't get started packing because of the endless stream of visitors. The employees wanted to see him, wanted to tell him how sad they were, how they couldn't believe that about what happened. He gets to spend more time with the grandkids because when he was Chief Justice, he was very, very busy. I mean, you can just imagine he had his responsibilities as a justice, like the decisions, the things that he had to write. And on top of that, the administrative stuff, the ministerial. He had, speeches to give, things to attend, and inaugurations and conventions and all that. So while he was Chief Justice, he was very busy, and we had to work around his schedule. So we still tried to see each other at least once a week. Usually on Sundays we would go to Mass and then go out after. So now we have more time with him. So actually, while he was Chief Justice, you can say that we had to share my dad with the entire judiciary because he was their father too. So now we have him back, and we're happy about it. We've always been prayerful. We were brought up that way, but this trial made us even more prayerful. Since we don't live together anymore, usually we pray on our own, except for Sunday Mass, and that's when we pray together normally. But during the trial, we made it a point to to pray together, pray the rosary together, and sometimes we would even pray the rosary with my sister in the States through Skype. So, yeah, I think it brought us closer to God.
Siguro ang lesson sa akin yung wag malilimutan tumawag sa Diyos. Kung merong ibang plano si Lord para sa akin, yun ang gusto kong gampanan ngayon. I'm not here to get angry at them. Basta sa akin, tapos na yan Tapos na yung yugtong ng buhay ko. Ayoko nang lumingon doon. I'm moving forward and moving forward with my family. I'm sure there is life after the Supreme Court.
The Corona impeachment trial was dubbed as the country's political afternoon soap opera. The deposed Chief Justice might be the villain or the protagonist, depending on the inclination of a viewer. But there is more to the Renato Corona than just being a controversial political personality.
As a teacher, as I've said, he's a very good teacher. He knows how to handle his class well, and he makes sure that he really knows what he's talking about. As a person, sabi ko, contrary to perception or yung initial na impression namin, he's very down to earth and approachable. As a lawyer, I think his credentials speaks for itself of how accomplished he is. So, para sa akin, the impeachment only changed one thing. He's no longer the Chief Justice. Other than that, he is the same person I got to know last 2011. Diba? So, I have the same respect, and he might not be the one sitting right now in that position, but I well believe that he earned sitting in that position. So, long after he left that position, I think he would still get and he still deserves all the respect and courtesy that was previously given to him.
Very easy to deal with. Hindi nakikinig sa abogado. May tiwala sa abogado niya. At sa tingin ko, pinotektahan rin niya mga abogado niya. Sa akin, sa experience ko, he tried to pursue, and posture judicial independence. Meaning, ito sinabi ng hudikatura, medyo kahit masakit, respetuhin natin.
Siguro, ang isang pinaka magandang trait niya, yung kanyang pagiging very sincere. Na in spite of the high position that he has reached, he has remained approachable, he has remained a true person. Kahit ang taas na niya, kaya pa rin niya makipag-usap na kahit kanino. Siguro, more than anything, I would consider him as a real person. Someone whose position did not go into his head. Someone who has remained approachable. Someone who has remained a true friend.
I think he's too forgiving to a fault. Yeah. Sometimes, of course, he knows what should be done. I mean, like he's older, he's more experienced, but sometimes, like all these things have made us, angry, but he's too forgiving and too kind. But what I learned from my dad and what I really respect him for is that he's not afraid to walk his talk. He stood his ground. He fought for his principles. And I think the whole world saw that. And I couldn't be prouder to be his daughter. He is a true statesman, a true Christian, a true father in every sense of the word to us, his children, and to the judiciary that he really loved and served. to the best of his ability.
Well, I would like to be remembered as the Chief Justice who sacrificed everything, literally everything, for the sake of judicial independence and for the rule of law.
Renato Corona might be a figure misunderstood and misjudged by many, but no person can deny that he too gave this nation a lesson to be learned.
Today's episode only proves that anyone can create a difference with patience, perseverance, and hard work. I'm Kat Domingo. Join us again next time as we uncover more inspiring stories only here on Philippine Biography.